Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the Beetlejuice My GM Mode series. And before we get to the recap of our wrestlers from the last episode, we get to look at some of our wrestlers from the 2K23 Beetlejuice My GM Mode series and how many of them won the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Now to the actual recap of our 2K24 roster, we have Randy Orton, our World Heavyweight Champion. He lost the title, won it back. 6-7 record, two-time World Heavyweight Champion, one-time United States Champion, the Viper. We have our Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Becky Lynch. She's no longer Becky Two Belt. She's no longer the Tag Team Champion, but she wins the Women's World Heavyweight Championship back from Carmella. 7-5 record. First wrestler to hit that 3 times mark, as she's a 3-time Women's World Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP. She's done it all. We have our Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, your United States Champion with a 9-4 record. That might be the best record we have in the GM Mode series. One-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time United States Champion, 2-time MVP. We have one half of our Raw Tag Team Champions, Akira Tozawa. That's nasty. And he wanted to turn heel on his tag team partner. We'll see what happens. 4-7 record, one-time Tag Team Champion. We have the other half of our tag team champions, Carmelo Hayes. He is him. He was able to get Tozawa a championship, 1-3 record, one-time tag team champion. We have one half of our women's tag team champions, Chelsea Green, with a 7-5 record. It kills me every time I do it. 2-time tag team champion. We have the other half of our women's tag team champions, the goddess Alexa Bliss, with a 2-1 record, one-time tag team champion. Then we have Carmella with a 4-2 record, one-time women's champion, one-time MVP. She was red hot, losing to Becky a couple of times. Will she slow down now? We have Jimmy Uso, the No Yeet Movement himself, the man that won the world title from Randy Orton last episode and refused to give it back until the final match of the episode. 5-5 record, one-time World Heavyweight Champion, one-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, only male wrestler to have all those accolades. He just needs the MVP, and he'll be the first male wrestler to win every award we have in my GM mode for the men's side, as Becky Lynch already did it for the women. No yeet. We have Carl Anderson with a 6-7 record, one-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion. Then we have Solo Sikoa turning things around, really stacking up wins last episode with a 6-8 record, one-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, feuding with the Tribal Chief for that U.S. title. Then we have main event, Jey Uso with a 3-7 record, yeet, with the same accomplishments as his brother Solo, one-time United States Champion, yeet, one-time Tag Team Champion, yeet. We have Natalya with a 4-9 record, one-time Tag Team Champion. We have Austin Theory with a 3-5 record, one-time United States Champion. We have Kofi Kingston to end it off with a 1-3 record. Only wrestler who has not won a title yet. Can we change that? It is time for the Slapnuts MVP Award winners, the wrestlers who did the best last episode, and the male Slapnuts MVP winner is your Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. 3 times in a row, your Tribal Chief has been the MVP. You must acknowledge him. He has been the best we have.
I'm the Tribal Chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the Tribal Chief. That's right.
And your female Slapnuts MVP award winner is the man, Becky Lynch, winning it for the 2nd time in a row. Not only that, she wins back the world title. The man is on top.
And time again so that I could be the biggest star in this industry.
We sign Ilya Dragunov to Monday Night Raw to help out the roster with all the injuries we have. Just try to get stuff going on. We start off Raw with Randy versus Jimmy Uso with Austin Theory running in. No title on the line. Jimmy Uso picks up yet another win against Randy Orton. Kofi doing some advertising to make up the money we signed from Ilya. Carl versus Akira versus Ilya one-on-one. Carl Anderson picks up the win. Ilya not starting off good. Disappointing match. Carmelo Hayes doing charity. We have Carmella versus Natalya one-on-one. Carmella downgraded, but she still gets wins, though, because Mella is money. Mediocre match, though. Chelsea Green doing advertising. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss one-on-one. Alexa Bliss beats the champion. SmackDown has Tiffany Stratton versus Maxine Dupree in a tables match, and Tiffany excelling on SmackDown. Oh, she gets injured though. I jinxed her. Kit Wilson doing a promo. Then we have Silence versus Paragon J. Pierce. Two uh, enhancement talents. Disappointing match though. Then we have a tag team call out. That was a lot of names to even attempt to say. Nikki Cross versus Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn picks up the win against Nikki Cross. Starts a rivalry. We have Zoe Stark doing some charity. That champion Pete Butch versus Gunther versus Shinsuke for the IC title. Shinsuke picks up the win. Tag team title match start off NXT. Andre Chase and Josh Briggs versus Damian Priest and Giovanni Vinci. New NXT tag champions. Priest gets injured. Elton Prince doing a promo. Tia Hale versus Blair Davenport versus Piper Nevins versus Dakota Kai. Blair Davenport picks up the win in this fatal four-way. Big E cutting a self-promo. We have Bianca Belair versus Maurice one-on-one, and Maurice picks up the win against Bianca, continues the rivalry. Finn Balor then calls out Big E after he cuts the promo. Santos versus Ivar for the North American title. Santos is your new North American champion, and NXT is still on top.
He ain't got no match for me.
We have Triple H telling us what happened for the second week of the ad campaign we did, and it was good yet again with a 9+K fan change. So we do it yet another week. Austin Theory comes up to us, tells us his contract runs out at the end of the week. We want to keep all the wrestlers we can. That's why I'm upset at Tiffany Stratton because she left. I see the budget we have. I don't want to spend too much on Austin Theory. I want to have as much money as possible. So we're going to lowball Austin Theory. He's not going to be happy about it, but we're going to save some money. And right now, that's what I'm trying to do, is just save as much money as possible. And then Carmella tells us we should get a bigger venue, more money, more fans, all that stuff. But I just said no to Austin Theory with money, and that's going to be $100K to change venues. I'm good. I can't afford that. Then we have Kofi Kingston asking for money. Why? Why do they all want money? Why do they all want bonuses? Kofi Kingston has done nothing for us to be like, I deserve a bonus, so now he's upset. We have Randy Orton versus Austin Theory. Just re-signed Theory. Have him against our champ after he ran in on Randy. Randy picks up the win. Jey Uso doing some charity, try to get more fans. Jimmy Uso versus Carl Anderson. Both of them got wins last week. Jimmy Uso picks up yet another win. Starts a rivalry. Disappointing match. Ilya Dragunov, we turn into a heel because we need heels. Natalya versus Carmella one-on-one again. Carmella picks up yet another win against Natalya. An okay match. Kofi doing advertising because I'm expecting him to leave, so we'll just get what we can. Becky defends against Alexa, and Alexa is now a double champion. Speaking of double champions, Shinsuke and Gunther defend their tag titles against Sammy and Julius Creed after the call-out, but they lose the titles. Shinsuke no longer double champ. Zero doing a self-promo. I believe that's the first we saw Zero. Silence versus Paragon J again. Paragon J picks up the win. Disappointing match. Then we have Indy Hartwell doing a self-promo. Nikki versus Isla versus Donna Matrix. They added in Donna Matrix. Isla Dawn picks up the win. Kit Wilson does some charity. Bayley versus Zoe Stark for the title. Zoe Stark defends that women's championship. NXT continues the Santos and Ivar feud. No title on the line this time. Ivar picks up the win. Amazing match. Tag team call out after the tag title change. Big E versus Finn Balor after the call out by Finn. Big E picks up the win. Finn can't back up his talk. Giovanni Vinci does a self promo. We have Blair versus Tia Hale versus Piper Nevin. No fatal four-way this time, just triple threat, and Piper Nevin picks up the win. Then we have Elton Prince doing yet another charity promo, or just a promo in general. Bianca versus Maurice one-on-one. Bianca picks up the win in a great match, and NXT just won't lose.
It's funny.
Right.
It's not fucking funny.
We have Triple H telling us the results of the ad campaign. The final week did not do well. We lost negative 4K fans. 2 good weeks, 1 bad. Overall, very good campaign. Helped us. William Regal talking trash, which he's at the top. He deserves to do it. This is what I was complaining about. Kofi Kingston, we said no to him with the increase in pay, and now he's like, oh, I'm leaving. Why? Why do wrestlers like Kofi and Tiffany and Jey Uso, they all demand more money when they're not even our top guys? If Randy or Roman did it, or Becky, sure. But why Kofi? Kofi's gone. Then we have Chelsea Green. She just wants a match. And you know what? I can give you that. I'm happy to do that. We have the returning Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo and Akira for the tag titles. And Roman and Jimmy pick up the win, but Jimmy gets injured.
Acknowledge me.
We have Randy Orton doing some charity, trying to let him get some rest. Jey Uso versus Austin Theory, trying to build them up. Jey Uso picks up a win in a disappointing match. Hard to have good matches when wrestlers are injured. Becky calls out Alexa after losing the title. Kofi versus Ilya in a steel cage match. Trying to job out Kofi to Ilya, and it does not work. Kofi picks up the win. Not going out the way I want him to. Carl does some charity. Alexa and Chelsea defend the tag titles against Carmella and Natalya. Alexa and Chelsea Green retain. On to SmackDown, we have Kit Wilson versus Sami Zayn one-on-one. Sami Zayn picks up the win after all those promos by Kit Wilson. Starts a rivalry. Indy Hartwell doing a promo. We have Otis and Paragon J versus Shinsuke and Veer in a tag team match. Shinsuke and Veer pick up the win in a mediocre match. Zero cutting yet another promo. Then you have Butch versus Gunther after that triple threat match for the Intercontinental title, and Gunther picks up the win. Mediocre match continues the rivalry. Ella Ruba doing some charity. Isla Dawn and Nikki Cross have moved up to the main event, and Isla Dawn has picked up the win against Nikki Cross. On to NXT, Maurice defends the title against Thea Hale and Blair Davenport. Maurice defends the NXT Women's Championship in a classic. Then we have Elton Prince doing yet another self-promo. Dakota Kai versus Ava Moreno? I don't know. Dakota Kai picks up the win in a disappointing match. Then we have Piper Niven doing a self-promo. Wade Barrett versus Big E. Big E moving on to a new opponent, and he still picks up a win. Good match, starts a rivalry. We have another tag team call-out. Santos versus Ivar, main event for the North American title, and Ivar wins back that title. They are going crazy, and NXT just continues to win.
You don't have time for this shit.
We have Alexa Bliss telling us her contract is running up, and we're going to bring her back. She's a double champion. She is the face of our women's division right now, and this is what it should be. The top wrestlers should get paid, not people like Kofi that they're mid-card, but he wants pay increases. Then we have Triple H telling us that we should do better with booking our wrestlers where they're getting injured. Gives us a health spa. And we forgot about turning Akira Tozawa heel. That was on me. I just completely forgot. Then we have Ilya Dragunov. He wants a match against Randy, and that's exactly what I was building up to. We then use the bad timing card on NXT because they're on top, so we just want to punish them. We then use the Get Schooled ability card. We're going to use it on Alexa Bliss. Thought about Ilya, but I want to just push Alexa Bliss to the moon. I want to get her to the top. We need star power, I feel like, to catch up to NXT, and that's what we're trying to do. On to Raw, we have Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. No title involved this time, and Becky Lynch finally gets the win on the undefeated Alexa Bliss. Carmella doing charity this time. Fatal 4-way. Roman defends the U.S. title against Kofi, Carmelo, and Solo, and Carmelo is him. He loses the tag titles, wins the U.S. title. Jey Uso does some charity. Austin Theory versus Akira Tozawa versus Carl Anderson. I'm upset I forgot all about the heel Tozawa thing. That was so cool. Carl Anderson picks up yet another win. Natalya doing advertising. Randy versus Ilya Dragunov for the world title, and Randy picks up the win. Not what I wanted. SmackDown has Kit Wilson versus Sami Zayn back-to-back weeks to open up the show, and it's the same result as Sami picks up the win in a good match. Ella Ruba does some self-promo. Veer and Shinsuke versus Otis and Zero this time, but it doesn't matter. Veer and Shinsuke pick up yet another win. Baron Corbin doing a self-promo. We have Gunther versus Butch yet again. Continue the rivalry, and Gunther picks up yet another win against Butch. Mediocre match, though. Paragon J. Pierce does a promo. Zoe Stark versus Bayley. No title on the line this time. Bayley picks up the win. Elton Prince finally gets a match against Ricochet one-on-one to start off NXT, and Ricochet picks up the win. Starts a rivalry, though. Then we have Wade Barrett calling out Big E. Bianca and Kerry versus Dakota and Blair. And Dakota Kai and Blair Davenport picked up the win. Okay match. Tia Hale cutting a self-promo. We have Andre Chase versus Giovanni Vinci. After all those tag team call-outs, Giovanni picks up the win. Then we have Ava Moreno doing a self-promo. Ivar and Santos main event. Yet again, no title on the line. Santos picks up the win. NXT on top again, but they don't have a women's champion.
Love that shit.
We have Ilya Dragunov letting us know his contract is running up. And I see great plans for Ilya. I want to build him up as one of our top guys. Kind of want to start over with just how many wrestlers got injured and money. Looking forward to next season with the draft. So we give Ilya exactly what he wants. Jey Uso wants a match at the next PLE. That's not hard. Tozawa wants to stop losing matches. That'll be hard. And like I said, we're pushing Ilya straight to the moon. We are making him a star. We start off Survivor Series with Alexa Bliss defending the world's title against Becky Lynch, and Alexa Bliss remains a double champion. Carmella doing some charity. Then we have Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory, trying to build up those wrestlers that I haven't really been using. Carl Anson's been red hot this episode. Akira Tozawa doing some charity. We have Kofi Kingston versus Solo, trying to just give Solo an easy win, and Kofi just won't job out. He's leaving on his terms a winner. Natalia doing some charity. We have Carmelo Hayes defending the United States title against Roman and Jey Uso. And Jey Uso's your new United States champion. Yee. Then we have Chelsea Green doing some charity. Randy Orton defends the world title against Ilya Dragunov, our new star, but Randy won't put over young talent, and he gets injured. SmackDown Survivor Series, we have Zoe Stark versus Bayley. No title on the line. Zoe Stark picks up the win, ends the rivalry. We have Indy Hartwell doing a self-promo. Kit Wilson, Baron Corbin versus Butch and Paragon Jade Pierce. Kit Wilson finally gets a win this episode. Then we have Ella Ruba doing some charity. Isla Dawn versus Nikki Cross, Extreme Rules. Isla Dawn does not let Nikki Cross pick up any wins this episode. Otis versus Veer versus Zero for the WWE title. And Otis is your new WWE champion. Starts a rivalry. Sammy and Julius Creed defend against Gunther and Shinsuke. And Sammy and Julius pick up the win. After all those callouts, Giovanni and Damian versus Andre and Josh Briggs. Andre and Josh Briggs win back the tag titles, completes the rivalry. Piper and Evan calls out Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai versus Ava determine who is the new NXT Women's Champion. Dakota Kai, the king, is the champion. Ricochet calls out Prince. We have Tia Hale versus Blair versus Bianca, and Bianca picks up the win, completing the rivalry with Hale and Davenport. Elton Prince, you had to do a promo. Big E versus Wade versus Humberto, and Wade picks up the win. I really thought Big E would pick it up, continues the rivalry. Then we have Kerry Rush doing a self-promo. Then we have Ivar versus Santos for the North American title and the rivalry. Ivar picks up the win and gets injured, and NXT is just on top like always.
Well, I look like I'm playing with you.
Then we have Teddy Long offering us a trade, Zero and Indy Hartwell for Akira Tozawa. I thought about it because, just adding depth to the roster lets my wrestler rest more. And I thought about the salaries. I was like, but then I looked at how much cash Teddy Long wanted, and I'm like, Teddy's crazy. The amount of money we'd be giving to Teddy for just those wrestlers is just insane. So we're going to decline Teddy. I have not done any trades so far. I hopefully want to do it by next season, but we decline it. We say, William Regal offers us Ava and Giovanni Vinci for cash. I just didn't want to do it, so we decline it. We have Kofi Kingston letting us know it's the end of his contract for the week. And this is what happens when you pick up a free agent, you get them angry. They just won't re-sign with you, which it is what it is. Carmella, she's saying her contract runs out. We're going to give her exactly what she wants. She's a top superstar for us. We want her back. Jey Uso, he's happy. Hopefully we fixed our relationship with him. Theory wants a rematch against Carl Anderson. Yeah, we're here. The end of the episode, the shake-up. Next episode will be the final episode before the end of season 1, and then we do the draft and stuff like that. We'll look at all the cards, David Goliath, mix it up, leading the pack. We're going to pick leading the pack because I just feel like it's the better thing, help boost up our wrestlers. It's a very interesting season, learning a lot of stuff. I'm really upset with the money thing where wrestlers are asking for pay increases, but it's like, it happens too much. And then I say no, and then I'm out a wrestler, and it's just... Also, the injuries are happening. It's too much. That's probably on me. But we're going to use it on Ilya Dragunov. Like I said, we're pushing him to the moon. Hopefully we pull things together next season. Hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.